7 things I forgot immediately after the test. 1. After my parents' divorce, I forgot what family meant. I spent too many days enjoying the sunshine, too many nights breathing in stardust, so when I returned to a home cleaved in two, I hardly knew what had happened. I must have been searching the wrong childhood memories, listening to the wrong I love yous, getting engulfed in the wrong warm hugs. I love you, I love you. My parents must have said I love you so many times that the words became a dull drone, ambient background music for them to ignore as they choked down their dinners and then drifted off to separate bedrooms. And now, family has been gone from my memory for so long, I find myself wondering if I'll ever remember it, if each I love you means less than the one before it, or if I really needed to know family in the first place, too. When my best friend died, I forgot how to breathe, as though all the air followed his life when it left this earth. I'm inclined to believe that one day his life will be given back to the earth, and with it will come the air that I once had the privilege to believe I would be breathing forever. But until then, the failing use of my lungs is nothing but the failing use of my lungs. For days, I do not speak. When I finally try again, I find my breath has become a battlefield. Too many words fighting for space on my ever-abating expirations, leaving my now deficient lungs. In the first half-second, I grasp at his name rapaciously, so as not to forget what happiness sounds like. I try to fill my mouth with his name just long enough to convince all the other words waiting to escape on my breath that there is no room for them. In the next half second, I am reminded that there is no air here. I spend this time guttural, gasping frantically to inhale anything that might give the illusion that my best friend is still alive. 3. When depression hit me, I forgot how to love myself. I lost all sense of who I was. When I looked into the mirror, I only saw a stranger standing before me. A stranger who practiced his smile so that it didn't look as forced as it was. A stranger whose eyes hung with so much empty, wondering where all the light went. A stranger who stretched his skin just to see if it would snap back into place, to see if he was still alive. Some days, the stranger and I shared so many features, people swore we were twins. And now, I've spent so many days staring at the stranger in the mirror that I've become him. I find myself wondering if I'll ever see my own reflection again, if I'd even like what I saw if I did, or if I'll grow to love the stranger as much as I once loved myself for. When I took my first shot, I forgot how to feel. Everything went numb. The days passed like alcohol's claws dragging down my throat. I held my best friend's name on my tongue and tried to wash it down with all this whiskey, only to spit it back up again like a pill that was too big to swallow. His name dropped from my lips entirely as I swayed, blackout drunk, into liquor's arms. For years, I let myself drown in warm, amber intimacy. I let my nights turn into oceans, seas of bottles, spinning, turbulent rooms full of names I will never remember. Before long, my whole life became an ocean. Each day, I pressed a bottle to my lips and drank enough escape and self-loathing to flood the world, make everything an ocean 5. When I took my last shot, I forgot how to numb myself, but maybe this is how it's supposed to be. All at once, I began to feel the ghost of my best friend came screaming back to me, as though my endeavor to get sober had ripped him out of his grave, forced him to bend before me in invocation, praying to a God neither of us believed in, so that one day I could learn how to cope, learn to leave his ghost buried. 6. When I hit rock bottom, I forgot my worth in this world. Alcohol's kiss began to fade from my memory, but alcohol did not go quietly. Instead, its departure was announced with unending noise. It twisted my body into quivering sickness. It begged me to return to the ocean, promised me an end to the pain. All the while, my best friend's ghost hung ethereal and haunting in my nightmares. The noise became too much to bear. But when I swallowed the pills, everything went quiet. I drifted into sleep at peace, knowing that I would be dead by morning. When I woke up in the hospital, the noise was louder than ever before. I found myself wondering if I had no choice but to be subjected to it forever. 7. When I fell in love with you, I forgot why the past mattered, why anything outside of this moment mattered. The first time you told me that you loved me, you hid your face. But everything in my head became as silent as the night air that surrounded us. I have never felt anything more placid and peaceful than being in your arms. You have taught me family. In you, I have found home. And you have filled my lungs with so much air. And you have made it impossible to do anything but love myself. and you have made me feel to the greatest extent that my neurons will process sensory information, and you have made sure that I will never be numb again, and you have made my worth in this world as clear as your blue eyes. And now I must remind myself that you are not the panacea to the worst of my life, but when I'm with you, everything melts. When the past is as far away as it should be, and I remember every important thing I forgot along the way to get here, to get to you.